Freeman from Freeman Technique.
And I'm Matthew Becker from Industrial Athletics.
Today we're going to discuss handstand strengthening drills. Okay, so the handstand is a really important drill in a skill in CrossFit. Okay, and a lot of people struggle actually, one, being confident enough to get into the proper inverted position, and two, having the strength in order to perform it effectively. Alright, so here's a couple of drills that are going to help with both of those things. Alright, so what I'm going to ask Matt to do is go into like a handstand position with his belly against the wall. Okay, so he puts his hands on the floor first, okay, and then progressively walks his feet back up, and then walks his hands back up. Good, until he's in the handstand position. Okay, so making sure his legs are tight, his whole body's in tension. Okay, he's going to progressively walk his hands forward, maintaining that straight body position. So keep walking, keep pushing, and then walk down, and then he can repeat. Okay, so walking back up, keeping tension, pushing through the shoulders. Good, and then come down. So squeeze your bum, walking through the shoulders, maintaining that tension, and then walk down. Excellent, very good. Okay, so that's a really good way to kind of maintain that body tension while you're actually, using your shoulder muscles to kind of push against the floor. Okay, common mistakes that occur when you're doing this is people will break at the midline, so they'll end up piking like that, so they'll stick the bum out like this, and also they'll kind of lose pressure on the floor, so their arms will kind of collapse. So it's really important that you completely lock your arms and you're walking through your shoulders as opposed to through your elbows, okay? And also maintaining that body tension, that line throughout your entire body. Another exercise that we can do is shoulder touches, okay? And this is going to kind of help. It's going to help improve handstand walks, like understanding what to do with the shoulders and the distribution of your weight. Okay, so what I'm going to ask Matt to do is get back up into a handstand position with his belly against the wall. So walking back up. Good. Now feet together, pointed toes. Good. And now he's going to do shoulder touches. So he's going to lean, distribute his weight. You see how his body is going from side to side. So he's pushing from one arm and then leaning on the other. Good. And stop. So come down. Good. Good. So what he was actually doing was, it was like a push and lean action. So he's pushing from the one arm and leaning on this shoulder and then pushing against that to maintain that tension. And that's effectively the motion that you would do in a handstand walk, where it's like you're shifting your weight constantly in order to kind of make the skill work effectively. Alright? So a few common mistakes that will occur with this is like people will kind of go soft in the body, so it makes it way more difficult to shift that weight properly, because if you're going from a soft base, it's just going to kind of fold, whereas if you've got a nice solid tight base, then you've got something to push against to enable you to distribute that weight effectively.
In looking at these wall walks, the first movement that we did, where you're just walking from that push-up plank into the inverted position and back down. For coaches, this is a very effective movement to use with our beginner athletes so that we can get them used to being inverted. You have athletes that come in, and after a few months they develop the strength so that they can get inverted safely. But most of them haven't been upside down since probably childhood, and that being upside down and blood rushing to your head, that can sort of cause some anxiety. The wall walk is a really easy and effective way to get them inverted because they sort of move inverted at their own pace. Instead of turning my back to the wall and just kicking up and being instantly inverted, by using the wall walk, I can slowly walk my hands closer to the wall and slowly get myself more and more inverted. And if I only get halfway there and I'm no longer comfortable, that's fine. Right? I can work with that for a couple of weeks and slowly work my hands back closer to the wall to get myself or our athletes into that fully inverted position.
And those are the handstand strengthening drills.